Hello and a very warm welcome to Sarat Chandra IAS Academy, where your dreams are our mission. This is Yatharth here. Today we'll be focusing on many important news from this week and mainly take care of the mapping portion. We'll be dealing with the various rivers, countries as well as mountains. So let's see what we are talking about. The first news that we come across is what is tantalum, a rare metal found in the Sutlej River. Just a second, I'll change the pen color from here. Alright, a team of researchers from the Indian Institute of Technology, Roper, have found the presence of tantalum, a rare metal that is into the Sutlej River sand in Punjab. So please remember that it's talking about the river sand. Earlier also questions have come. Just a second. So earlier also questions have come about the presence of nuclear minerals. Some question was seen in the prelims 2022 also, that such and such is found in the coastal sands across India. Alright, so according to experts, the presence of tantalum is significant not only because of Punjab, but also India, as the metal is widely used in electronics and semiconductors. So let's see about this tantalum. So it's a rare metal with atomic number 73. The number of protons found in one atom of the element. It's grey, heavy, very hard, and one of the most corrosion resistant metal in use today. So the most important quality about this metal is the corrosion resistant. It possesses a high corrosion resistance because when exposed to air, it forms an oxide layer that is extremely difficult to remove, even when it interacts with strong and hot acid environments. When pure, tantalum is ductile, means it can be stretched, pulled, or drawn into a thin wire or thread without breaking. Moreover, it is almost completely immune to chemical attack at temperature below 150 degrees Celsius and is attacked only by hydrofluoric acid and acidic solutions containing the fluoride ion and free sulfur trioxide. So what we see here in the main qualities of this metal, this rare metal, is that its corrosion resistance, attack proof from acids, as well as ductility. Alright, so it's very much of use. So notably, tantalum also has an extremely high melting point, exceeded only by tungsten and rhenium. Tantalum was discovered by Anders Gustaf Ekenberg, a Swedish chemist, in 1802 in minerals obtained from Ytterby, Sweden. What's more important here is that I'll be sharing all these notes on our Telegram channel, Sarat Chandra IAS Academy. So from there you can access these notes and just add them directly. So what's the use here, applications here that's used in electronic sensor? Capacitors made from tantalum are capable of storing more electricity in smaller sizes without much leakage than any other type of capacitation. Alright, tantalum has high melting points, so many of the applications can be used like nuclear power plants, aeroplanes, missiles, etc. It does not react with bodily fluids, so it's inert, so it can be used in the implants like artificial joints, etc., especially in the TKR or total knee replacements. A composite consisting of tantalum carbide, TAC, and graphite is one of the hardest material known and is used in cutting edges of high-speed machine tools. Okay, so what's next important thing from here is to see the Sutlej River from where this mineral has been obtained. So this is China here. You can see in the map. And this is the river Sutlej that we are talking about. Just a second, I'll deepen the pen. Alright. So this is river Sutlej here which we are talking about, and it's originating in China as well as with Indus. So we'll talk about where is the origin. So it enters India from there should be a pass here. What is the name of this pass? It's Shipkila Pass. Alright, so this question has also come, that from which pass does Sutlej enter into India. So this is Sutlej River here, Beas River here. This is Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi, and this is the Sutlej River again. And these all meet finally in the Indus River system from here. Alright, Jhelum River, a question also came on the Jhelum River. That which lake, Dal Lake, we saw already, is fed by the Jhelum River. So this Indus River system is very important to read. So you should take care of this. I have put the map here and I'll put this PDF in the group also. So the Sutlej River is longest of the 5 rivers that flow through the historic crossroad regions of Punjab in northern India and Pakistan. The Sutlej River is also known as Shatadru. Also, it is the easternmost tributary of the Indus River. So please remember three things. That one, it's the longest river. Second, it is the easternmost tributary of the Indus River. And the Bhakra Dam is built around the river Satluj. The source of the Satluj is west of the catchment area of Lake Rakshasthal in Tibet, as springs in an ephemeral stream. Lake Rakshasthal used to be the part of the Satluj River basin long ago and separated from the Satluj due to tectonic activity. So please remember about this also, that due to the tectonic activity, it has been separated from its origin. The nascent river means the fresh river from where it is formed or originated. Please remember one more thing, that originated does not mean that whole of the river is flowing from this single area. It means that the ground activity of the river was last detected here. Okay, before this, the river does not exist, let's say. But it does not mean that whole of the water is coming from this single area. There can be multiple streams and tributaries attaching to it, and this can just be a drainage point, let's say. Okay, and then from the downslope, it flows. So it then has a main knee heading west southwards for about 360 kilometers. Just sorry, I missed this. So under the Tibetan name Langquen Zangpo. So this you remember that which river is known as this Langquen Zangpo, Elephant River or Elephant Spring, to Shipkila Pass, entering India and Himachal Pradesh state. So these are the important details. Okay, so then it goes towards the Beas River near Harike. Harike is a barrage name also in Tarantaran district, and Ropar wetland in Punjab state is also located on the Satluj River basin. So please remember about this also. In 2023 prelims, many questions came from wetlands and freshwater lakes. Kollaru Lake, you remember. Then one question came about the Dal Lake. And one question was about a lake in Bihar that is formed from meandering of the other big river. Alright, so please take care of all these things. So Angtichu and Parechu rivers, which drain the southern east part of Ladakh, are tributaries of the Satluj River. Okay, let's see one more mapping question. So Russia says it suppressed more Ukrainian attempts to cross the Dnipro. So let's see what is this Dnipro river and where is it. Okay, question can come anytime. Many times question has come from African lakes and rivers last time. One question came from here. Okay, and the last time in 2003 question came from here. So please take care of the mapping portion. Let's see about this Dnipro River. So Russia announced that its marines, aviation and artillery successfully thwarted. What is thwarted means? Thwarted means stopped. It stopped something that is trying to invade, let's say, or coming forward towards a direction. So additional Ukrainian attempts to establish positions on eastern bank of the river Dnipro and island at the river's mouth in southern Ukraine. So let's see where is this Dnipro River. So in the map, you can see various different countries, and it's very important to remember the countries which are falling around the country that we are talking about. So this is Ukraine here, the country which we are talking about. So north of it, we see the Belarus, the Russia, then there's Poland, there's Romania, there's Moldova, there's Bulgaria, etc. Alright, it's in the southern side, there is Black Sea. And of the eastern side of the Black Sea, there is Sea of Azov. So please remember all these landmarks when we talk about a country. This map should come into your mind. Okay. This small country which you cannot see here, it's Slovakia. So please remember all the bordering countries. A question came, I think, in 2022 or 23 related to this. Prelims only. Alright. So just a second. Let me erase all this. So the river that we are talking about is this Dnipro River. Here it is. It originates from near Belarus border here and flows towards the Black Sea. So here this area is mostly occupied by the Russia. Donetsk, Kherson, you must have remembered all these areas. Kiev. Alright, so this is the Dnipro River. It divides Ukraine into two parts, the eastern part and the western Ukraine part. Okay, so here's the war going on and this is the Dnipro River. So please take care of all these things. Let's see further. Other seas and water bodies near this. So this is the Black Sea, which we just saw. This is Ukraine here. Alright, you must remember all these countries here. The Poland we saw, the Slovakia we saw, Romania we saw, Bulgaria we saw. All right, here you can see Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, Slovakia, Belarus, Russia. Okay, let's go from here. So we see the Sea of Azov on the eastern side, northeastern side of the Black Sea here. And then we can relate this to further east into the Caspian Sea. So this is the Caspian Sea here. Alright, when we go towards the southwest, we see the Aegean Sea and the Sea of Marmara. Okay, and finally towards the Mediterranean Sea here. So Mediterranean Sea question has come in 2023, that which of the 22 actually, which side is known as the Levant side. Okay, so this country can be called Levant side. So how to remember all this? We can see the Mediterranean here. Just a second, I'll erase all this. So here we see the Mediterranean, the Sea of Marmara, Sea of Aegean, the Black Sea, the Sea of Azov, and the Caspian Sea. Alright, so you can go any direction and you can remember it easily. Okay, let's go forward. Here you can see the neighboring countries. Alright, it's very important to remember the neighboring countries. So this is Turkey here. So Turkey entirely takes the southern part of the Black Sea, while the Ukraine takes the northern part of the Black Sea. Okay, this here is Istanbul. It's a culturally very occupied country. This is the Sea of Marmara, you can see, and Aegean Sea, and further on the Mediterranean Sea. So MAM, then there is B, and then there is A, Sea of Azov. So you can remember it as Mamba. Alright. And further than this, if we go to east, what's there? Caspian Sea. Okay, now we'll remember the countries that fall in and around the Black Sea and Caspian Sea. Let's see one by one. When we go towards the Black Sea, we already saw the Ukraine. We already saw Moldova here, but it does not connect to the Black Sea. Then there is Romania here and Bulgaria here. This is the Turkey here. This is Georgia and Russia. All right. So Ukraine till here, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, Georgia and Russia. Okay. Further than Georgia, here this part you can see Armenia, etc. and the Caspian Sea. Okay. This is Aegean Sea. So we see the Greece here and some other countries here, Turkey here and the Mediterranean Sea. Then you can see which countries border this. Okay, let's move further. This is the Georgia and this is Armenia here, Azerbaijan here. A conflict is going on here, the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. So you can read about this, and we see the Caspian Sea here. It is bordered by the Russia, Kazakhstan, alright, Turkmenistan and Iran here. So this is the Caspian Sea in the, let's say, Central Asia. So if you keep reading full globe like this, you will have a relative structure in your mind that where we are actually talking about, what we are talking about. Alright, let's go further. So here's a complete picture. This is Asia, Turkey. Now you know that where is the, let's say, Caspian Sea and which countries do border it. Here you can see it's bordered by the Azerbaijan, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan and Russia. Alright, so you will have a relative idea of all the seas and all the water bodies lying around here. So we already saw the Mediterranean, the Aegean, the Black Sea, the Caspian Sea, etc. Okay, let's come to the next part, which is Uttarkashi Tunnel Rescue. So let's talk about this Uttarkashi Tunnel Rescue. So the 2023, sorry, just the pen color is wrong. Just a second. Okay, so 2023 Uttarakhand tunnel collapse occurred around 12 November 2023, and a portion of the Silkyara Bend Barcode Tunnel. So we'll see where is this located and what happened to this. Under construction collapsed in Uttarkashi district of the Uttarakhand state in India. The collapse trapped 41 workers inside the tunnel. Rescue operations were immediately launched. Let's talk about this Silkyara Band and Barcode Tunnel. So it was being constructed as part of the Char Dham all-weather road project. So this is, let's say, one tourist plus military project, because we need to take our tanks and all towards the northern sides in course of any war. So we saw some mobilization in 2022 also, when things were tensing up with Pakistan and China as well. Alright, so it was located on the Yamunotri end of National Highway 134. Please remember the highway number. The National Highway is planned to connect Yamunotri on the south and to Dharasuk on the north end. The tunnel will shorten the route by about 20 kilometers. So let's see where is it and a general map. So this we see is a Haridwar here, and then we can go to the north sides. This is the Barkot Shilkyara place, which we are discussing, and further it connects to the Yamunotri glacier here. Then there's Gangotri glacier here, from which the Ganga emerges. This is Uttarkashi. This is the Kedarnath then, from the Sonprayag, Guptakashi, Marg, etc. And there is Badrinath here, where the Badrayan, sage Badrayan composed many texts. This is Joshimath. This is Rudraprayag. In Joshimath, we saw a big collapse in the last year. Alright, so this is the basic mapping for you. Now we move forward towards this Barkot portal to Silkyar portal. Just a second. Here we can see this. The collapse tunnel. The tunnel collapse has happened here, this side towards the Yamunotri mark. Alright, and this is the road that's supposed to connect. So it will shorten this tunnel distance by around 20 kilometers. Alright, so this is the tunnel that has collapsed. So let's see why it has collapsed. So this is a rock here, the stone here, from which the tunnel was being dug. And what can be the geological reasons for the collapse? Let's see. So the collapse of weak rock mass is common. So what is a weak rock mass? A shear zone is created when there is a movement between two rocks and the rock gets crushed. The crushed rock can change its behavior. It may have clay or may get weathered over time. So let's see, there is this one rock, and there's the second rock. Okay, if there is a movement between these two, then this rock can get crushed. Alright, here. And it can have different geological structure from what is expected. When you are digging through this, let's say, tunnel here, then it may crush over you. So this is what has happened. It has collapsed. So additionally, there are ground stresses. How the shear zone behaves under these stresses is important. This is why this tunnel has collapsed. So geological, there are faults or weak zones where there is a stress accumulation. So materials along the shear zone is loose pulverized. When a tunnel is excavated or road is being built in the mountains, you are destabilizing the slope. So that needs to be studied and protection measures need to be designed and taken. That's why the tunnel has collapsed. And it can be a question in GS3 also, disaster management also, because many disasters have taken place in the Himalayan region. That how do you balance between the development and encroachment of nature in the Himalayan region through the development projects. Recently, we saw the Tista floods also in the Sikkim. We saw the complete slope collapse in the Uttarakhand last year. Then we see the tunnel collapse now. We saw the tunnel collapse in the Jammu and Kashmir also. So many things are happening here, and this can be a question in the GS3. Alright, let's talk further. Let's talk about the BRICS meeting. Chinese President Xi Jinping called for immediate ceasefire in Gaza. So China is speaking from here about something going on here. This is the members. That's this is the Egypt, Ethiopia, South Africa, this Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, India, Russia. Then there's Brazil and Argentina, which is the invited members. Okay, so let's see about this. And this is the mapping for the BRICS. In 2024, there is an expansion effective from 1st January 2024. So we'll be talking about all this. Let's see. So what's important for us is not what happening in Gaza or what Chinese president said, because he just called. There's no action on this. Alright, so it's not in news, it's just a statement. So we need not to worry about this. What we need to worry about is what is BRICS actually. So let's see this tick portion here. So formation expansion. So formed in 2010. So initially BRIC with the inclusion of South Africa expanded further in 2023, inviting Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Its headquarters are in Shanghai, China. Please remember the headquarters and the formation here. So current composition and influence. So current members are Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Its combined GDP of approximately US $28 trillion with 27% share in the global GDP. It represents 42% of the global population and 27% of world's land surface. All the members are parts of the G20 already. All the BRICS members are part of the G20. Historical context, let's see. So this term was coined by Jim O'Neill in 2001 for foreign investment strategies, but it was formed in 2010. All right. So the first meeting happened in the Yekaterinburg, Russia in 2009. It evolved from highlighting investment opportunities to a more cohesive geopolitical bloc. Annual formal summits with a focus on non-interference, equality, and mutual benefit. And there are many initiatives which are competing. Let's say New Development Bank, BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement. This New Development Bank is very, very important from the BRICS perspective. All right, rest you can read. So this New Development Bank pledged $75 billion in 2012 to boost the IMF's lending power. So it works with the IMF also, and officially established in July 2014 with a 100 billion reserve currency pool. So what are the recent developments? You can read about them later. I'll see. What's important here is 2024 expansion. So 6 emerging market countries invited to join BRICS effective January 1, 2024. What is the global influence? So BRICS cable project you can read about to establish an optical fiber submarine communication cable system. COVID-19 response was also fairly by the BRICS. Many vaccines were, let's say, distributed by the BRICS also, BRICS countries. And the virtual summit discussed handling the pandemic and reformation of the multilateral systems. The future outlook. So continued efforts to enhance economic cooperation and influence on global affairs. Emphasis on more inclusion and multipolar world order. What's the 2024 expansion? So in August 2023, 15th BRICS Summit, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced that 6 emerging market groups countries, which I told you on the map also, so they are invited and they are scheduled, full membership is scheduled to take from 1st January 2024. So Argentina is back down from this. It's not important for us. We'll see what happens from the 2024. Just remember the mapping portion of the BRICS. Alright, so this can be a question that what is the current significance of BRICS in this 2024 and the upcoming decade. So this was today's lecture. I hope you liked it, especially the mapping portion. I'll put all the notes on the Telegram channel as well. So keep studying, stay connected. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much.